I thought I knew my wife. 10 years of marriage, countless memories, and a bond one believed was unbreakable. But one night, while cleaning our shared office, I found a folder on her laptop labeled "Do Not Access." Curiosity got the better of me, and within seconds, my world shattered. Inside were secrets, so calculated, they made my blood run cold, and ignited a fire in me I never knew existed. What I discovered changed everything. And what I did next? Well, that's a story you won't forget. The night felt ordinary though. Now I see how deceptive that sense of normality was. The house I had worked tirelessly to build, a 3-bedroom sanctuary tucked in a quiet neighborhood, was warm, welcoming, and alive with the faint hum of domestic bliss. Our living room had soft, cream walls adorned with photos from anniversaries and birthdays. Each picture told a story, each frame an illusion. Claire, my wife of 10 years, sat on the couch sipping wine as she laughed at her favorite sitcom. I'd always loved her laugh. So genuine, so full of life. It's ironic how that same sound now feels like a twisting in my gut. I leaned over my laptop, finishing up some late-night work emails. She glanced my way with a smile that seemed reassuring, but there was something off. I couldn't put my finger on it. Then a lingering glance at her phone, the way her thumb danced nervously across the screen. "Everything okay?" I asked casually, not looking up. "Of course," she replied with ease. Why wouldn't it be? It wasn't the words, it was the tone, light, unbothered, and carefully composed. A part of me, the part that trusted her without question, dismissed the thought. But the other part, the part now writing this story, caught the subtle crack beneath her perfect facade. It was just a week later when I stumbled upon it, a digital Pandora's box that would dismantle my life in mere moments. Claire was out shopping, and I decided to tidy up our shared home office. Her laptop sat on the desk, its sleek silver lid slightly ajar. She often left it there, and I'd never felt the need to pry. Trust was a cornerstone of our marriage, or so I thought. But then I noticed something odd. Her laptop had been left unlocked. A small detail, yet out of character for someone as meticulous as Claire. Curiosity, innocent at first, led me to open the screen. Her desktop was clean, except for one folder tucked in the corner, "Do Not Access." My pulse quickened. Claire wasn't the type to name anything so provocatively, and the very label begged to be disobeyed. My finger hovered over the trackpad, a silent war raging in my mind. Was this a test or a message? Finally, I clicked the folder, opened to reveal subfolders, each labeled with cryptic names. Paris Summer Nights, Michael. My heart raced. Michael was a colleague of hers, someone she'd mentioned a handful of times in passing, but never with much emphasis. I clicked the folder. Inside were photos, messages, and videos that made my stomach lurch. Explicit pictures of Claire and Michael, their smiles intimate, their touches lingering. Messages filled with declarations of love and mocking the vows we'd exchanged. My chest tightened as I scrolled through videos that left no doubt about the betrayal. And then the final blow, a document titled "The Plan." I opened it, and each word hit like a punch to the gut. Claire had meticulously outlined how she intended to leave me after draining our joint accounts, of course. She even listed potential excuses to garner sympathy from friends and family. It was cold, calculated, cruel. That night I didn't confront her. Not yet. I needed time to process, to think. But every moment in her presence felt like a torment. When she kissed me goodnight, I fought the urge to recoil. When she asked about my day, I felt the bile rise in my throat. 2 nights later, I made my move. It was a Friday, and she had planned to meet friends for dinner, so she said. I tracked her phone earlier that day and knew she wasn't meeting friends. But Michael. My hands trembled as I set up a small recording device in the living room. I needed proof, concrete, undeniable proof. When she returned, her lipstick smudged and her excuses thin, I finally snapped. "Who is he?" I asked, my voice low but sharp. Her eyes widened, a flicker of panic, betraying her otherwise calm demeanor. What are you talking about? You know exactly what I'm talking about, I growled, stepping closer. Michael? The photos. The videos. The plan. Her face paled, but she quickly recovered, crossing her arms defensively. You went through my things. How dare you invade my privacy? Privacy. I laughed bitterly. You want to talk about privacy, while you're plotting to destroy our marriage? Blind. For a moment, she was silent, her mask slipping. Then she sneered. Maybe if you'd been more of a man, I wouldn't have needed Michael. The words hit like a slap. My vision blurred with rage and heartbreak. You're a liar. A manipulative, cheating liar. She didn't deny it. Instead, she smirked. And what are you going to do about it? Claire's smugness fueled my resolve. Over the next week, I planned meticulously, just as she had. If she wanted war, I would give her one she'd never forget. The first step was financial. I quietly moved the bulk of our savings into a private account. Next, I gathered every piece of evidence, messages, photos, and videos, and compiled them into an easily accessible folder. I even printed hard copies just in case. Then came the social fallout. I hosted a small dinner party, inviting close friends and family. Claire, oblivious to my intentions, played the part of the loving wife perfectly, laughing and mingling with our guests. But when dessert was served, I stood to make a toast to my wife. I began raising my glass. The woman who has shown me the true meaning of betrayal. The room fell silent. Claire's smile faltered as I continued, detailing her affair with Michael in vivid detail. Gasps filled the room as I pulled out printed photos, tossing them onto the table for everyone to see. You plan to leave me? I said, my voice shaking with emotion. But not before destroying everything we built together. Claire's face turned crimson, her composure crumbling. How could you? How could I snapped. How could you? She fled the room in tears, but I wasn't finished. I sent the evidence to her employer, ensuring Michael's involvement was exposed as well. Within days, both were fired for violating company policies. The aftermath was both cathartic and bittersweet. Claire begged for forgiveness, but her pleas fell on deaf ears. Our divorce was swift and brutal, with me walking away with the house and the bulk of our assets. Michael, on the other hand, wasn't so lucky. His wife, unaware of the affair until my revelations, left him and took their kids. He lost not only his family, but his reputation and career. As for me, the scars of betrayal remained, but they became a reminder of my resilience. I learned to rebuild, not just my life, but myself. Trust issues lingered, but so did a newfound strength. Some betrayals break us. Others build us into something unbreakable. If you think justice was served, hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories of betrayal, revenge, and redemption.